Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now happening today, James Richardson is going to be challenging his murder conviction that happened back in 2009. Several community members are gathering at the Pitt County Courthouse this morning, rallying behind Richardson, who they say was wrongfully convicted of the murders of Andrew Kirby and Landon Blackley. Prosecutors charged Richardson with the killing of the two men in a drive-by shooting outside of a bar called The Other Place, and he was found guilty in 2011. Now, today's hearing will decide whether or not to grant Richardson an evidentiary hearing on his claims for a new trial. Now, the Southern Coalition for Social Justice is representing Richardson, alleging that his conviction was the result of a flawed investigation, prosecutorial misconduct, questionable eyewitness testimony, suppressed evidence, and racial bias. Richardson has garnered support, calling for a new trial over the years, with many attending the hearing, including Darren Carman, a pastor who was exonerated, pardoned by former Governor Roy Cooper, and had successfully sued the town of Winterville for wrongful arrest. Last week, the Southern Coalition for Social Justice hosted a film screening that detailed Richardson's case and the community that has rallied around his pursuit of justice. Now, in a story we brought you up to speed with over the last hour, we have received an update. Police have identified the woman who, again, was wanted in connection with a beauty store theft. Now, again, earlier this morning, police shared these photos of a woman they say may be related to a theft that happened at the beauty depot on Lejeune Boulevard on August 15th around 5 p.m. And again, they have identified the suspect in this case. And now we want to turn to your weather forecast. So far today, it's been cloudy. And as we head through the afternoon, we will see a little bit more sunshine once we get past lunchtime. But even then, I do still anticipate cloud cover to be present across the east. Now, the big difference today, not so much the cloud cover, it's the humidity. It has fallen significantly from where we were yesterday, thanks to, again, cooler and drier air pushing its way in from the north to northwest. Here's a look at what we've got right now across Washington along the waterfront. Northeasterly wind at about 10 miles an hour comes with a 76-degree air temperature, but with a dew point at 60 degrees, that 76-degree air temperature feels like 76 degrees. Quite nice out there today. Current air temperatures right now reading in the low to mid 70s throughout most of eastern North Carolina. Those of you watching closer to the water, particularly over the Outer Banks and around the Pamlico Sound, more of the mid to upper 70s. We've got 75 in Oriental, 74 in Swan Quarter, 78 in Hatteras, 77 in Manio, 79 in Stumpy Point. Now, of course, it's the humidity that is really stealing the show today. Dew points low. Right now, we're seeing dew points dropping into the 50s and low 60s. Those of you around the Pamlico Sound, not to worry, your round of cooler and drier air is on the way. It's just slowly inching its way towards you. Coming up later on tonight, you will certainly feel that change in air mass. Right now, we are feeling it across areas west of Highway 17. That's where the change in humidity has been the most pronounced, about a 10 to 15 degree drop in dew points for, again, most locations on the eastern side. On the western side of Highway 17. Those of you on the eastern side of 17, more of a 3 to 6 degree dew point drop. Now, winds, this is important. The winds are a big driver of that cooler air. So long as winds are coming in from the north, it's looking pretty good for us. The good news is winds should be coming in out of the north over the next several days, not just for today and tomorrow, but lingering all the way through the upcoming weekend. Now, rain showers, a possibility coming up later on today. Right now, what we're seeing on the radar is more of the low-level cloud cover that is present across the east, being detected as light raindrops because it is so low. So that is one issue that you may be wondering, okay, well, why am I seeing just some splotchy green on my radar picture, Charlie? And that's a big reason why. Low cloud cover and dropping a little bit lower than normal. But again, that'll clear up coming up this afternoon. That area of low pressure further back towards the west is going to be dying out as it tries to approach us. The Cold front you're seeing off of our coast will continue to work its way out towards Bermuda, and that again leaves us with nothing but a high pressure system to kind of drive our weather forecast. Now, that will encourage more of a northeasterly wind flow here as we head through this week, but then we'll see another area of low pressure form off of our coast coming up, I would say late Thursday into Friday, and that's going to help kind of pull more of that cooler and drier air down out of the Great Lakes region, helping us stay cool and dry, relatively speaking. Again, normal this time of year, upper 80s, low 90s, with dew points in the mid to upper 70s. We're going to be quite a bit below that here as we wrap up the rest of the week. I'm saying that on a Tuesday, and head into the upcoming holiday weekend. 3-day weekend on the way, and humidity levels dropping significantly. Going to feel quite nice out there. Now, we do really quickly need to check in on the tropics. Tropical storm Fernan, 45-mile-an-hour maximum sustained winds, pressure at 1,005 millibars, gusts at 60 miles an hour, and it is moving northeast at 14 miles an hour. You can tell, just look at that circulation. If that icon wasn't there, you probably wouldn't guess that there is a tropical storm sitting there, at least one designated by the National Hurricane Center. So we do anticipate Fernan dropping from the National Hurricane Center's observation list. It's going to, again, be a short-lived system, even if it does make it past the 11 o'clock update. For now, it is the only system in the Atlantic. And right now, it's not looking all that healthy. So great news in that regard. Here's a look at your full 8-day forecast. 85 today, 81 tomorrow, 82 on Thursday, 83 on Friday. We will hold in the low 80s all the way through your Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Monday, of course, being Labor Day. Got that icon on the wrong day there. 82 coming up the following Tuesday, but we will have at least a slim chance of a few showers out there coming up over really your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, possibly even extending into Monday. But those rain chances, again, very light. Certainly not something I would be changing my plans around. Just one of those things. If you catch a couple drops, best just to smile, deal with it, and move it along. Well, that's all we have time for today's 10 a.m. News and Weather Update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a wonderful day.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.